And that's when I said, Kobe, you're an absolute fucking idiot for not liking Smooth by Santana.
I just said it was overrated. I just said it was overrated.
If you hate anything with Rob Thomas, you're not one of the boys.
Kobe,
4 AM by Matchbox 20 is possibly one of the
first K-San,
greatest song.
Now Smooth. Are you fucking serious?
Okay, hi, I'm Daniel. I'm your host. Welcome to the Slalt Cast. I'm joined today by Kobe, who fucking hates K-San. Defend yourself.
Kobe.
Why do you hate
Smooth by Santana.
All right. Music is a subjective thing.
No, not when it's K-San and you're Australian. You have to like it. It's like being Australian.
Pretty sure
the Veronicas.
It's Marbo, it's the Constitution, it's K-San, it's the
I don't know if you can compare it to that. Jeez.
No, it's just I don't agree with its messaging.
All right, and that's Kobe, and that's Caden from the Slalt Cast.
No, it's not.
I'm also joined by Below Me in the video version, which you can find live every Wednesday, twitch.tv/SlaltCast, and on our YouTube channel that doesn't have a vanity URL. Who's Below Me? Who?
It's me, I think. Joseph. Hey, Jan.
We're also here by the lead singer of Barum.
No, that is rhythm guitarist for Aeons to you, buddy.
Hell yeah.
My name's Caden.
And we're blessed today by the voice of...
Ooh.
The Ghost of Dugu. Yeah. We got all five of the boys in the house.
That's how he comes.
This is
I got a question for Kobe. Can I throw a question at Kobe? Have you ever heard of the song Way Out West by James Blundell and James Riney?
Let me hear it. What's it called again?
Way Out
by
West.
Santana.
Way Out West.
I've also got a really good fucking...
you go,
You got
Kobe.
a really good fucking?
He's got
I haven't heard it.
Caden, why don't you do that real good thing, considering this is the pod, the Slalt Cast.
Well, could you... I don't think you could play it, but you could show the video, I guess. I was going to say...
Something amazing, I guess.
Like, do you remember, like, some of the weirdest fucking, like, music videos for some songs?
The music video
from the 2000s.
Weird. Yeah.
Like, what was probably the weirdest music video you've ever watched?
I think it was In One Ear by Cage the Elephant.
I feel like we gotta watch. I feel like we gotta watch some whack.
I'd say Heart-Shaped Box. Heart-Shaped Box. I don't think we can do it on the pod because we can't have it.
You can watch it, but you might not be able to.
Remember, this is also primarily audio podcast.
Yes,
we can explain what's happening in great detail to the beautiful audio listeners. Eiffel 65 Blue.
That was
Heart-Shaped Box one was always pretty fucking like full on.
Yeah, Heart-Shaped Box had the whole Jesus thing happening. Which is quite
just
spicy.
like Passion of the Christ. Oh wow.
Yep. Did you have a specific? It was Heart-Shaped Box, the specific one you wanted to bring up, Caden?
No, it wasn't the specific one.
That's the one I brought.
A mate of mine showed me probably one of the coolest music videos that is also like next to the shittest song. Maybe the shittest song. I don't know. It's growing on me. But it's quite fucking funny. We could probably watch it. It's fucking whack. If you go to YouTube and type up Boner, but Boner.
I'm not just gonna search Boner, Caden.
You fooled his plan.
If you write a music video, it should come up. It's by a guy. It's by a dude. I can't remember his fucking name. That one. You'll like this, Dan, because it's got some fucking amazing.
Oh, you showed me this. This is funny.
We're gonna watch
the visual effects in this.
So there's like ridiculous. Some 3D. The dude's lying on the ground in the park.
You could probably play the song
and
too.
CG water balloons. I'm not gonna risk it. It's just some like Ninja Chicken Productions level effects.
Oh come on, dude! It's
a lot better than that.
No, I can do this 3D effects.
It's a lot better than
I can do this. Oh my god, he has a spaceship now.
What the fuck?
Stop motion. Okay, this is a spectacular music video. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It gets better. It gets a lot better.
Is Rob Thomas featured?
I'm gonna skip through it. Oh.
And that's
don't go too far. There's not that much.
Okay, now this is beyond Ninja Chicken Productions. It's
he's
like
on LSD animated. At the moment.
He's a bat.
You gotta wait till he gets in the spaceship.
Get
back.
Oh my god, that was Nips.
That's what I mean.
Oh my god.
That's so much.
What the fuck?
Okay, this is pretty awesome.
That is.
You gotta go back just a touch more. You gotta look at the boner shit.
I don't want to look at the boner. Not on Twitch. Is
It's
that
not
what
like it's not egregious. It's just it's a little nod. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Waiting
Wait
for
for
it.
it.
If you
Alright,
aren't watching the
okay.
video version, search Slalt Cast on YouTube. I'm sorry.
Man, the audio listeners are loving this.
Yeah,
He's
this
just
is
rapping.
so
Now
great.
it's fully
It's
animated.
not a lot.
Camera shit.
Relax.
There was a
Adult
penis in
faces.
Constellations.
Oh,
and
it was
there's a
a
rocket
bonus.
ship
Yep.
that looks like a dick. Is that?
That's it.
Are you happy now, Caden? Are you
Yeah,
happy?
is that-
Very happy.
That joke
Very
from
happy.
Austin Powers 30 years ago, 25 years ago.
Who the fuck throws a shoe?
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
That's probably like the wackest music video I've ever seen.
You know,
Without
it
doubt.
sucks that
I've definitely seen Wacko. I just couldn't think if anything would come to my mind.
it sucks that outlets like MTV kind of don't do music anymore because, like, the early 2000s was a great time to be a music video. You know what I mean?
It's a
like, there was
dangerous
some-
day to be a music video.
Like, now it's just like band shots and nothing creative.
Yeah.
Then it used to be stories back in the old days
I
of
like
music
how
videos.
story.
Rob Thomas music videos.
And we're not gonna. Remember, this is an audio thing. I refuse to let us just watch music videos.
Yeah, no, but
just-
I'm just
we've
watching this
just
for me. I don't know. This has got nothing to do with you guys.
Oh, Jesus.
God, I love Rob Thomas. He's so good. Anyone that says they don't like Rob Thomas,
Who's Rob
Fucking-
Thomas?
you
What
fucking
the
go to
fuck,
jail.
Cody?
Oh my god.
What
You
the fuck?
Definitely not one of the boys if you don't like Rob Thomas.
What's
I
your
think-
favorite Rob Thomas song?
Oh well, okay. When we talk about Rob Thomas, we should back it up into either Matchbox 20 or his solo stuff. I'm a big fan of Little Wonders.
Pay for this.
That is possibly my favorite.
There was a period of time where me and Joseph decided it'd be a good idea to message women on Tinder and our openers just be Rob Thomas lyrics.
Yeah, and
And
you know
how-
what? I got more responses from that than I've got from anything else.
Nice.
I feel like you should say anyone else, but you know that's just me.
Well, no,
Well,
anything
no,
else
I'm not
that he's
assuming
tried.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Like I think Lonely No More, just like that start. So I'm just vibing to myself.
He is
Yeah.
just vibing to
Yeah,
himself.
He's doing your own thing.
Well, I did
man.
have some
You're in your own
some
world.
topics I wanted to talk about this week.
Is
We
that-
had, we had big news. Speaking of things from our childhood, we had big news on the video game front this week. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company held an event during the week where they
Oh
announced
yes.
that they are remaking the Gen 4 Pokemon games Diamond and Pearl. Did we all play those games? That was the DS
Diamond.
era,
Yeah.
2007.
Of
Spent
course.
4 hours trying to catch that fucking lake legendary from the first lake, and I ended up killing it. And I didn't know how to get back. Yeah, I didn't know how to get back to get it.
You just
I
quit
played
without
fucking
saving.
Platinum. Platinum was my shit.
I've been
I had
holding on.
Pearl and Platinum.
I've been holding on to this for a little bit because Dan knows me very well and my
What, you're
opinions
just not
on.
gonna like it.
I
for some
assumed he'd be
reason?
angry about it for some
He-
reason.
I actually don't. I actually rank the original Diamond and Pearl a little bit low on what I think is a great Pokemon game.
Really? Which one? Black and White is your favorite generation, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I like Gen 4 for the Heart Gold Soul Silver remakes, but Generation 2 is my favorite, actually, because Gold and Silver are great.
So you're just a bit of a.
Which one has Cyril in it? That's Gen
Cyndaquil.
three.
Which one has Syria in it?
Which one has Tylenol in it? That Pokemon.
God.
that is Gen 2.
Is it Gen 2?
Yeah, it's Gen 2.
I liked Gen 2 as well.
Yeah.
Because that was like Chikorita and Totodile, wasn't it? Those-
Yeah, Totodile, Chikorita, and
Oh, and
Cyndaquil.
Torchic. Because
That was Generation 3.
Oh wait, that's advanced, like the advanced part of it. I'm thinking about the
My
shows.
favorite Pokemon is NyQuil.
That was the joke that I tried to make, but I fucked it.
It's like, oh, I'm Tylenol. My favorite Pokemon is the Zans.
Pokemon's lean.
No,
but
I'm
yeah.
fucking sitting here dying over the fucking picture that Dugan sent in of the t-shirt ID. That's so trash.
It's on paint, dude. I can't do much about it. It's paint. Just imagine Mullen just sniffing it, going, "That's what I wanted," but I couldn't.
We were talking about what was it, like the Great Northern, the beer from up here, that slogan.
Yeah.
And Dugan came up with a very fantastic play on
Well, it was
that.
Caden's
No,
idea.
it was me.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say, you really just
Don't
ripped the
take my
credit.
fucking.
I don't know. I was actually
You deserve it, but
This was in the
listening.
pre-show you can catch live every Wednesday, twitch.tv/Slalt Plug.
Go on.
Am I telling the story?
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell the story.
It was just instead of like to play on words from the ad, the beer from up here it's the gear from up
The
here.
gear from up here. And Dugan thought he wanted to put that on a t-shirt. And he came up with a great just an outstanding illustration. This is and I assume we're including the lines, like the selection tool from
Yeah.
Just print that, put that on the t-shirt.
To describe to our audio viewers, it's just the Great Northern Brewing Co.
with a bag of flour
with just a bag,
a bag of flour.
a bag of icing sugar.
Yeah.
Just sort of-
lying on top.
I thought that was really
a
good.
bag of that panettone flavouring.
That's all I had to work with.
Oh man.
Anyway, I guess we were talking about Pokemon.
Back to Pokemon.
Rob Thomas.
My favorite Pokemon is the gear from up here. No, so the Diamond and Pearl remakes aren't being made by Game Freak. Interestingly enough, they're being made by a different company called ILCA. And the reason this is interesting is, in the past when they've remade Pokemon games, they've always added some sort of gimmick to them. So like the Heart Gold and Soul Silver had the fucking pedometer. The Gen 3 remakes had a bunch
Mega
of
Evolution.
Mega Evolutions,
And-
new like movement and HM systems and stuff. And the story was a little different. This one looks like it's going to be the exact same. And it's just
Awesome.
kind of like
That's what I
in
want.
like a little chibi art style, and it's the same game over again, which a lot of people are very happy about.
My important question is
it
I'm
genuine? Are you
worried.
genuine about this question?
I know it's becoming an important question, not a genuine question anymore.
Interesting.
Well done.
How was there two people?
Podcast? It's so chaotic.
How was there two people clapping when it was only Dugan?
No, it was
His
just
hands
really
and
fast.
his cheeks.
It's like the vine of the dude that like jumps and starts clapping. How are you clapping without your
Your
hands?
important question.
I hope it doesn't end up like a whole like Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu.
No,
thing.
so they have in the trailer it showed like gameplay. I will try.
Oh, did it?
I'll try to pull it up. I am being the Jamie right now,
It could be background footage.
and it is just like the standard battle mechanics that we
fuck
know
yeah.
and love.
Okay, sick.
Yes, Daddy.
See, what I'm worried about is if it is just a 1-for-1 remake.
I don't like how it looks.
So,
I
so
don't
you're
like
not a
how
fan
it
of the
looks.
3D art style?
Nah, I don't like it. I really don't.
Mind it.
I mean, I think
is
it's kind of it's like it looks kiddie, but like it's still the same.
Like,
It's literally, if you transfer the 2D stuff to the 3D stuff.
I have a theory. Because
A
this is
game
being
theory.
it is a game theory because this is being ported to the Switch, right? I want to hear, and the Switch is a single screen console, right? I feel as though this chibi art style also lends itself to mobile.
Oh,
Do you
please.
think?
No.
Do you think they could?
I've prayed. That's all
because-
I've ever wanted. That's all I've ever wanted.
It's not
Do you
coming to
think-
mobile. Nintendo have the Switch Lite. That if they were going to do a Pokemon mobile game, it'll be like the Animal Crossing mobile game where they charge you out the bumhole for just microtransactions on every Pokeball will cost you $6 real life dollars. You have to pay to walk. Like that's how Nintendo does mobile games. There's no way
Okay.
they're putting a game of this caliber on caliber on mobile.
All right,
But it is
'cause
interesting the thing you say about the dual screens to single screen. How do you reckon they're going to handle menus and stuff?
The
I don't
what?
know. I feel like part of the fun of the old like Diamond and Pearl games. I feel like the dual screens and single screens will just be a menu thing. I don't think it'll be that hard. But I feel
Yeah.
like part of the fun from the old fucking Diamond and Pearl games and like even Platinum was the way it looked. Like the whole like
The
kind
2D
of
art style.
2D.
I
like
don't think anyone would have
16-bit-esque.
complained if they just used the exact same art style.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah, no. The thing is, I think like we're just watching it go through again with the ad and how the gameplay looks. When they're walking and like it's not in the battle mode, I'm fine with that.
You don't like how the battle looks.
I don't like how the battle looks.
Really? Yeah, I'm surprised that it
That's kind of been the same the last couple.
Well, so
Yeah.
it looks like a
like
downgrade
it.
from the past couple, or from Sword and Shield. I will agree with that, and I'm surprised they didn't use the same models and stuff. But I guess because it's not Game Freak, it's a different company. They aren't.
I feel like too, it is
closely
more or
shared
less. I feel like too, it's more or less a way of bringing in the new generation of kids to an older generation of gaming.
Yeah,
Like-
if it did have the 2007 art style, like people would be like, "Oh, old game is old," and be turned off.
Yeah, like think about it. How many kids nowadays wouldn't go back and play like
This
Diamond
game
Pearl and Platinum and all those
not
old?
for us. Like
That's
point that
exactly
out.
it.
Well, it is for us.
it is,
though.
but it isn't. But it's also
it's
trying
like
to hit-
member berries for us, and then it's also trying to hit the new fans that Sword and Shield brought in.
It's I think like the remakes are really cool because it's sort of this evolution. The pun is intended.
Could you say it's a mega evolution?
Ooh, no, they dropped that after Gen 6.
Could you say it's a Dynamax?
No, I like the idea of it, and I feel like that Nintendo have kind of just gone, fucking the Western audience seemed pretty angry, but I'm not sure because I don't know why they palmed this one off to a different studio.
I can tell you exactly why they palmed this one off. So Game Freak is working on a different game that's... So those remakes are set to come out at the end of this year. I believe they're still full-price games, which is questionable if they're not doing any like major changes to it, selling a 14-year-old game at full price. That's a different discussion. But
Nintendo being Nintendo.
It is Nintendo being Nintendo. I'm sure if you went into an EB Games to buy the DS copies of Diamond and Pearl, you'd still pay like $50, $60 for them.
That's pretty old.
Yeah, exactly. But no, they did announce another thing. Game Freak's new project, which is Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's a prequel.
Arceus.
Yeah, isn't it Arceus?
I don't know.
No, it's Arceus.
It's Arceus.
But,
it's a prequel to all of the Pokemon games we know. It's set in like the before times when they first colonized the Sinnoh region. And
That's ridiculous.
What is cool
I love
about this
colonizing.
one? What is cool about this one is that it's a step forwards for Pokemon for the first time in forever in these mainline games, because it appears to be the Breath of the Wild Pokemon that we wanted Sword and Shield to be. It's fully open world. You can kind of just see Pokemon in the wild and throw a ball at them, as we're about to see in the trailer that we're watching. They're even like some of these trailer shots are directly out of the Breath of the Wild trailer. Like
I was gonna say
they are trying to evoke a very specific thing out of the audience from this trailer.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Had you guys already seen this trailer?
I've seen the trailer before. Fucking dude, this is all anyone has ever wanted. It's like the whole Avatar game, trying to get like an open world like MMO Avatar game. Like,
okay, I thought you meant like Avatar, the 2009 Avatar.
Yeah, the blue.
No.
I just want to go to Pandora with my bros
the Airbender, man.
and have
Last
ponytail sex.
Airbender.
It's shit like that we've always wanted, and now that we finally have them in front of us, it's satisfying to see, and we know that. Well, I guess we don't know, but we hope that it's going to be as good as we expect.
Can I just say that would be fucking sick in VR? How sick would
The
that be?
Pokemon game?
VR? The one we're just watching at the moment that Dan's
The
playing on
Evolved
the
one,
thing.
yeah.
Dude, it would
That
be nauseating.
that would
in
be
VR.
fucking. You reckon?
Yes, I've
Why?
played quite a lot of VR. Any VR game where it is full like locomotion, you're fully in charge of the camera, is nauseating just to begin with. And then if you put in open environments with like different incline and the ability to fall off things, you won't be able to play it for more than like an hour and a half at a time. VR games lend themselves to like being in hallways and things, like where like smaller scale rooms, which seems counterintuitive. You want to be in VR, like, oh, I want to have the biggest world possible, but playing Half-Life Alyx, the levels that felt the best were kind of like the close, contained, like claustrophobic feeling levels. One for the motion, like the motion sickness, being able to have like points of reference in your vision helps like your brain stabilize and not feel sick. And also because like the way that VR is, it kind of lends itself to that kind of game a bit more. Different discussion though. Pokemon.
Okay, Dan, but listen to this. shut the fuck up, it would be cool.
Noted.
The thing I really need to know about this game, though, is what are the Pokemon battles are like? Because that's the
Well,
important
they showed
part.
actual battles.
They showed
Well,
it.
that's the thing is, if it's like that, I'm not.
Yeah, it's like
excited.
how is
gonna be
it
like
like?
anime.
How can you progress through the game and it like scale? Does the game scale around you? And if so, like,
Well,
what does
I
that mean for
imagine
earlier
it's-
areas?
I imagine it's like any other
like
open world
Skyrim.
game where there's just
Yeah, I was gonna
levels where you're gonna get your cheek. Like you can go anywhere. You'll get your cheeks clapped if you go here too early, but you can go here.
Yeah.
It's Nintendo though. They'll probably do like JRPG shit where it's like there's fog here.
Yeah.
Get a HM.
Yeah, true.
But it's exciting.
I'm struggling to see why that would be
Nauseating.
Nauseating.
Dugan,
Thank you,
you're gonna have to
nauseating.
come over at some point and try out the Rift. Then I'm
Because when we did Super Hot, right? When we did
That's
Super
you
Hot,
weren't, you
different.
weren't moving in Super Hot.
That's
It was
completely
stationary.
we kind of were.
No,
No,
you were walking.
no.
I'm talking about like moving a left stick and moving, immediately nauseating.
Yeah. It's pretty like discombobulating.
You have to
Okay,
get your
you know
two
how
legs.
like you can swing your arms and it can do an action as like moving.
Yeah.
Why can't they do something like that?
So there's a
So every
VR
time you swing
game.
your arms, it's like you're walking.
There's a VR game
Right.
called Gorn that does that. And it's like an arena gladiator fighting game.
Yep.
And the default setting for movement is you have to like swing your arms like you're a gladiator if you're watching the video version, like exactly how I'm doing. That is a fun novelty that wears off as soon as you're trying to do anything. Because like it is still a video game. You want to be able to move and do whatever you're doing at the same time. And if you're stuck having to walk with your arms, that gets extremely frustrating extremely quickly. So playing through Gorn, I changed my movement to the left thumbstick immediately. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a fun VR game. It'd be a fun VR game. It'd be like you wouldn't.
It would
have to
lose
be-
its gimmick pretty quick.
You'd have to make it a lot smaller in scope for it to be playable. Because you can really only play it for short stretches.
Well, have you guys
maybe we bring
seen
back
the?
the Nintendo Wii and the Wii Fit board, okay?
You really
We've-
want this to work, don't you?
Okay, and I used to live on that thing, and we'll do it like it used to know the movements of going side to side. Okay, so you could just do that and still
Have you
use your
seen
hand.
Have you seen the thing where like there's this VR shooting game and you're standing in like a tube and like it's kind of like it's like a 360 treadmill sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it's called Pistol Whip. Is that the game?
Yeah, and like there's a video of this guy standing in it, and he's in this. It's kind of like one of those things you put babies in to walk around in, but it's stationary. I don't know what.
The Virtuix
What are you
Omni.
babies
Hang on.
in?
I'll
Yeah,
I'll
Dan's getting it
over.
up. Jamie, could you pull that up, man? Thanks.
It's entirely possible.
It's totally
Well, the Virtuix
possible.
Omni is like a brand of it's a VR treadmill looking thing.
Yeah,
They've been working on that for ages.
Yeah, I
Watch
remember
this.
it watching in 2012, watching videos of this kind of thing where it's a
Yeah.
whole rig.
Yeah.
But this is so impractical to own. First off, games don't support it.
yeah.
It'd be
Second
hard
off,
to support.
second off, where are you going to put that? And
It's not like a console you can just leave in the fucking corner and like plug in when you want it.
That doesn't solve any of like the motion sickness things. Because what VR motion sickness stems from is your middle ear, your eyes telling you that you're moving, but your like middle ear and like your balance
Your
and stability and all
third
that are not detecting movement. They're detecting you stationary, and which causes you to like disorientated and feel sick. That
Okay, for fun, Dan,
can
do you
emulate
get
the
dizzy when
running.
you get on the train? When you're standing on the train, do you get dizzy?
No, but that's different again because acceleration.
What are you?
You have
Why do you
stationary-
always?
It's like like when you're in a car or in a train, you have stationary points of reference around you, and the outside is moving.
Have you
You're-
never played VR, Dugan? You understand it when you play VR.
I didn't feel dizzy. I felt great. I
Because
wanted
you were
to
in there
keep
for
going.
5 minutes.
Think about what VR game you played though,
Wasn't.
Dugan. You played Super Hot, where you're fully it's stationary. You played
I
Beat
played
Saber,
the Counter-Strike one at my cousin's house.
or Pavlov.
Yeah, that was awesome.
If you play that for long enough, you will get motion sick. As someone who's done long stretches of Pavlov, it'll get you.
It's not.
No one
playing
is
it
immune
for
to
5
VR
minutes.
motion sickness. If
It's
someone
playing
thinks
it
they are,
for longer.
yeah, and it is.
No, Dugan is. He's never felt sick in his fucking life.
I want to we need to figure out a
Okay.
way to get a Dugan
alright.
playthrough of Half-Life
But
Alyx
you know
on the
what would
streams.
not make us sick? All right, listen to this.
Here we go.
Okay, go on.
listening to Rob Thomas and Santana.
Terrible.
Why?
Why would you derail the
You just kind of just made a completely it wasn't even a good callback. This is why we don't include you in
Yeah,
This is why we don't include you,
if
Joseph.
don't like the bloke, Kobe.
What?
You've been bagging the bloke and you don't like the song. It's a good song.
I just don't listen to Rob Thomas.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I think that is a bigger issue. Honestly,
big
like
issue.
Joseph's non sequitur was bad. We're all just gonna agree with that. Kobe hating Rob Thomas and Brandon from the Radicals. Fucked up. Speaking of Kobe's hatred of Brandon from the Radicals, how was your gig on the weekend?
There were no radicals there.
I know, because you hate them so much.
Okay, that's a lie. No, it was good. It was great. In fact, I saw some people from TAFE. Saw some old mates from TAFE.
So whereabouts was this gig? Like, give the whole story for the kids
right,
listening at home.
So the Factory Theatre, which is one of the bigger live music venues in Sydney, do a thing every Sunday called Sunday Set Lists. And there's Dan just left.
I'll be back. Give me 2 seconds.
He just left. Now that he's gone, we can talk shit, guys. Can we just fuck this guy?
Run this show?
Can we just fucking leave him in the dust?
Let's make our own podcast and not let Dan be a part of it.
Should we call it Slalt Cast? Should we call it Diet Slalt Cast?
I have some major breaking news. I think Logo's Vlogcast is uploading something.
It is.
Yeah,
it's uploaded.
We talked about it.
We're gonna put it.
It's gonna be post-show content.
It's gonna be.
We're gonna watch it on the post show.
Are you gonna talk about the gig, or can I?
I had a bit, and then Dugan derailed the bit while you were gone, and I was waiting. Yeah. Anyway, now that just got completely cut. Dan, can we cut this? Then
no,
can we just?
I don't know.
Fresh cut now.
Start again.
So yeah, Factory Theatre does Sunday set lists every Sunday, and they've got 3 stages. They've got 2 smaller stages, and 1 big venue, which is the Factory Theatre. So we were playing in that big venue, and it was fucking sick. I think it's the best we've ever sounded.
Yeah,
if you were there, what's your performance?
Audio was significantly better because I feel like every other time you guys have played, the audio engineer's just kind of phoning it in.
Or it's just a really bad music venue.
Yeah. So most of the places you played in are like pubs and shit, so it's not.
Yeah.
Really. But the music, the sound was really good. The boys played excellent, I will say. The song about me and my ex-girlfriend went off particularly, I think. The best is when he looked down at me and my ex-girlfriend sitting next to each other as he's singing lyrics of "You're in someone else's bed."
Yeah.
The time when Kobe indeed liked my girlfriend at the time, not knowing that we were going out.
No, that didn't happen. This is about a different person.
Oh, sorry, a different person.
Yeah, this is actually events. This is events that have never happened.
So that was particularly fun. I got a lot of. I don't think I paid for a drink there because we got a lot of free drinks vouchers. Because I didn't know I bought another ticket, so I had 2 tickets for that gig.
Nice. Well, a lot of the gigs at the moment they force you to buy at least 2 tickets because I
think it was that, and so I had. So with every ticket, you got 2 free drinks or 1 feed.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm not eating here. I'll get the feed after. So what I did, I used all that, and then those 2.
What was the free drink selection? Was it just beers or was it like anything?
Oh, there was beers, but it was all kind of craft.
Did you have a Newtowner?
I did have a Newtowner. That was the only thing that was.
When in Rome, drink a Newtowner. That's the saying.
Yeah, basically. Well, there. And then a couple other friends that we know were there, and they're like, "Oh, we're not drinking. Do you want our things, our drink vouchers?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, really?
Mate.
Oh, mate." So then I ended up just getting pretty plastered at the gig.
Yeah.
So do you have any comments on Kobe's musical performance, or just
it was brilliant, but I just think that they paled in comparison to a certain man.
Thomas.
So they're Rob Thomas, yes. So this band, they started playing
So the band in question is named Commodore Charlie. They're really good. You should check them out.
Yes, they are very good. But they were doing like a little sort of sound check at the start, and then their lead singer was kind of like scuttled off. I want to point out he's about 5'7". He's not a very big man. He's in white jeans, shirt tucked in, t-shirt tucked in, tight shirt, belt done up, and hectic fade. I thought this guy was like Nicky Marquis or something.
And then they play this 30-second like little electronic clip that is like it's its own build up, like, and they start building up the instruments with it, and then he just like 30 seconds before we just see him walk off stage, and then he's walked back on before the music drops, and he starts singing. And Joseph turns to me and is like, the confidence this man has.
They started playing, and then he just makes this entrance, so he grabs the mic. I think he doesn't start singing first, so he puts the mic around his next to the wire, so he's got like the mic just like hanging off his arm, and he's just kind of sitting there. He's doing the knee tap, like the foot tap, when his knees just like sort of going out, just straight, just out. He alphaed the entire audience.
It was great.
It was a power move. I was like, oh wow, that was it was something I didn't expect, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then he just started singing, and he's just doing. Oh god, he was just so confident.
So Kobe, I have a proposition for you.
Okay.
So as you'll know, like one of the things that all bands do early in their life cycle to raise money is to start doing merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
But buying merchandise can be expensive. You know, you have to put like the initial funds down, or you can do it with the merch desk and get fucked over. Salty.com. They won't pay us, but you can get a shirt. So what I have for you is I discovered something, which is a free merchandise opportunity for you, or just a low cost merchandising opportunity.
All right.
So the other day, my sister came into the house and she was carrying like a bag, and I noticed like a fabric shopping bag type thing, and I noticed an inscription on this bag, and what that inscription is the word Southbound repeated over and over on it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So this is like a $2 bag, like to put your shopping in from the company Cotton On. So my proposition for you to go is just go to Cotton On, grab 100 of these. They're $2 each. Sell them for $3. Instant profit. This is high quality fabric right here. High quality fabric.
Well, I have a plan to sell merchandise at our gig coming up on Saturday. Which is just going to be buying plain white shirts from Big W or Target or Kmart. Maybe Aldi even. Do they sell white shirts?
Maybe.
Probably. They sell everything. And then just get a Sharpie or Sharpie adjacent texter.
Oh, you better not.
We have to get an Aldi brand texter, obviously.
Yeah, and then just write Southbound on them.
So
you're gonna just end up with just a bunch of shirts.
Well, you have to do a limited run though. You have to do 5.
Yeah, there's gonna be very limited. There's gonna be about 5 or 10. Who knows? And they'll only be sold at Factory Theatre on the 6th.
And also, what I'm hearing is
of March.
Kobe is committing to giving anyone who requests it at the gig on Saturday an autograph once again.
Yep.
So if you want your Kobe signatures, he'll only do clothing.
I will not do that. I will not do that. I will not do that.
So obviously Saturday night, it's Verum shirts only.
Of course.
Yay!
I was going to wear wheel drive. Is that acceptable?
No.
Well, I'll have some new shirts for the boys.
Oh, what a booty.
Oh, can you show me up, down my bloody Vinny's shirt?
I'll bring you Vinny's shirt. I'll bring you Vinny's shirt. We're getting t-shirts printed, so I'll bring them to the gig on Saturday.
On the topic of collectibles, are you guys familiar with NFTs?
Yes.
Non-fungible tokens.
I know of them from the podcast
an NFT,
that we don't totally steal bits from.
Well, no, this is going in an original direction. An NFT, a non-fungible token, it's like a digital certificate of authenticity is a way of looking at it. It's to do with like cryptography and cryptocurrency and things, but how it's being used more recently.
Dugan's sold already.
Yeah, Dugan's in. So what people are using
He's fucking
it
going
for recently is a thing called crypto art, where basically someone makes some digital art piece, whether that's a short clip, an image, like a sound, a video, and then attaching an NFT to the original copy of this video, and then selling it for extremely high, extremely high prices. There was a video of like a LeBron dunk that got sold for $280,000, and what the NFT does is it's like a certificate of authenticity, basically, that this is the original version of that file, and it can't be it's non-fungible. It can't be like frauded. If you make a copy of the file, like the copy won't have the NFT. And basically, people are using this as like digital collector's items. And they're using it to make a fuck ton of money. So here's my proposition, okay? This podcast has an issue plaguing it, and that is episode 0. Episode 0 of the podcast was a shit show. A lot of it had to be cut out, highly edited. My proposition is we remove episode 0 from all of the podcast platforms.
Yeah, haven't you said this already? You said
YouTube.
you wanted to get rid of episode 0 already.
No, listen.
Is it that bad?
It's coming together. We get rid of episode 0. And then I get the original project file, the uncut version of episode 0, put an NFT on it, sell it for $1 million. Thoughts?
All right, Dan, I want you to check our podcast discussion chat,
Okay.
and I want you to tell me how much that is worth.
Give me 1 second.
I'm still seeing the Great Northern with the lines on it.
Okay,
And that's what I'm thinking. I'll chuck an NFT on that, baby.
Yeah,
So
that's-
what
that's
Kobe
art.
is
That's art.
proposing we sell is this drawing he did of me from a stream once. We could also put an NFT. Basically, I'm just trying to turn this podcast into a way to make money off crypto art.
So, see, in that picture,
I just
it's
wanna
really
make
well
money.
You
fit
know what the
because
thing is,
Dan
Kobe?
has the Sharingan.
I think you really could chuck an NFT on that. That looks all right. That looks.
How much would you pay for it, Dugan? How much would you pay
Why
for it?
does he have red
And-
eyes? What's he
man.
doing?
He has the
Smiting it.
Sharingan. It's the Sharingan from
Man, I'll pay
Naruto.
$10 before I start. What's it called? Snipping tooling.
What are you snipping?
Oh, too late.
Well, no, see, Dugan, you don't have the NFT.
Yeah, you don't
You don't
have
have
the
the
NFT.
original. Only Kobe has the original.
I have the original.
No, but he snipped it and he's going to put the NFT on it now.
Yeah.
But-
How do you know?
Well, fraud.
I can prove when mine was made. So
Second Dugan.
yeah, but we'll see that I've got the first one.
Yeah, but I was the snipping guy that took it off you for the first
Oh,
time.
so you're like
Oh, Dugan's
Yoko
gonna
Ono with
steal
John Lennon's
art.
songs.
He's gonna steal art and sell it with NFTs.
So maybe that's the way we can get around it. Maybe
we can steal the Declaration of Independence
I feel like there's a law.
and uncover an American conspiracy over the course of 2, maybe 3, I think, movies.
And Nick Cage trades faces with.
There's not the one
What's his
conspiracy in the 3 movies.
Oh my god, what's his name?
Well, it's one huge conspiracy.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Face Off. Oh my
Oh,
god.
John Travolta.
Yeah,
He
John
trades
and
faces
John
with
Travolta.
Kevin Bacon. No. I'll throw
No,
a name
Kevin
out there.
Bacon's from Footloose.
Yeah, he is in Footloose.
And he's
American
also
hero.
in X-Men First Class.
Yeah.
Great
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And one of the 3 good X-Men movies out of 17.
And Michael
Yeah.
Fassbender is in that movie. And he is Fox. He's an X-Man, and then Fox got acquired by Marvel. And Jake Gyllenhaal is in Spider-Man, the second one, and then Jake Gyllenhaal also in Prisoners with Paul
Prisoners,
Dano.
Paul
We did
Dano,
it.
there
We
we
got the Paul Dano.
Christ.
Well played.
So, boys,
Boys.
God, that
Yes.
makes me scared when you say that.
don't come to school tomorrow.
No, Kobe.
Well, and the reason is because my crypto is failing me.
We don't go to school.
Yeah,
Well,
do
that
you want to
too.
talk about your crypto adventures, Kobe?
So,
It's
a
$100
friend of ours gave us a tip for crypto.
An unnamed friend.
Yeah, an unnamed friend gave us a tip for crypto, and we all got in.
An anonymous source.
Yeah, we all jumped on it.
It's weird because he doesn't
Um,
have a face, only a voice.
I wonder how he went.
He's like Zolt. Is it Zoltan? Power Rangers man. No, he's got a face.
Anyway,
Zordon?
Zordon, that's it. Bryan Cranston.
And I've yet to make $1 million.
So which you invested in Ripple? Ripple was the
I invested in Ripple.
XRP.
Yes. So how are your guys' adventures doing in the crypto market?
As soon as I broke even, I got out. And I made
fine.
a 200% profit on my Bitcoin from 2017.
that's actually very impressive.
Yeah, my like $4.
Are you still holding that, Dan?
No, I out. It was so little, Dugan. It was so little.
Just put more in.
How little is little, man?
And my initial investment was $4.
Oh, that's still pretty good.
200 times $4 is like $2 million.
I pulled out $8.
That's pretty good.
You gotta leave it in. You gotta.
Yeah.
I don't have. I've got paper hands, but you guys, diamond hands, get those tendies.
I'll
hands,
go on to
Big
the
diamond hands.
It was spare money.
Cubby, I'll give you $100 if you want to give me all your crypto.
No, it's my crypto.
It's your own.
Get your own crypto.
You didn't want to break it.
Dugan's willing to buy $80 worth of crypto if you were for $100, and you're saying no.
We'll see. We'll see. Because I'm going to invest more. It's just that I need more funds at the moment
which
because
we're
I'm very
through
poor.
selling episode 0 of the podcast as crypto art.
There's this thing, Kobe.
Yeah.
It's called Centrelink. Okay.
Okay.
Just
call up your boy Jojo.
Yeah, call me. I'll give you my number for my work thing, so I'm technically not calling you.
All right.
I'm gonna get fired.
Yeah, we should stop this. Speaking of getting fired,
I can get you childcare.
Oh man.
Well, I do need that. My ex-wife has been railing me, not in the bedroom, but with the child support payments.
Oh.
She's been railing Joseph, on the other hand.
And it's funny because she has railings because she's a bridge.
Anyway, yeah, speaking of fucking whatever you said, the pain existence of living.
Yeah, so there was a time I can't put out how long ago it was, but I was like, I'm gonna chuck on Netflix and watch a cheeky comedy special. And I have a scroll I see one from a comic who I've heard good things about. So I click on it and I watch it and I enjoy it. I'm like, you know what? I'm a fan of this person. The next day, next day, I opened Twitter. No. Chris D'Elia cancelled. After there was that viral clip of him realizing that people can save Snapchats.
Yeah, of course. You can save things on Snapchat.
There's been further developments in the story. Chris D'Elia now faces a child porn lawsuit.
Oopsie.
Yeah, so that's
like it's not hard, guys. Just don't do it.
Isn't it just ironic Dan found that?
It was trending on Twitter. What are you saying, Dugan? No.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, it was just like the irony of it. I was literally like, oh fuck, he has three Netflix. He had three. I'm not sure if they're still there. He had 3 Netflix specials out, and I watched them all in one night. And I was like, fuck yeah, Chris D'Elia, let's go. I open up TikTok the next day, and it's like it's literally the video of him on whatever show he was on with the Snapchat thing. And then I went on Twitter, and there's the news stories everywhere. I was like, oh no, oh no.
Guys, I want to ask your opinion on something. I don't know if this is controversial or not.
Okay,
but
careful.
But okay, say like he's in trouble for that. Obviously, she was 17. What if like she's lied about that, and then after? No, I don't know. I just want to know like what is the law in regards to that? Because I just don't know like what you do with that information.
Okay,
it's
so
she's lied about
there's like the culture, and then there's like the law. So the culture. So obviously, in the eye of the law, any person's innocent until proven guilty. However, you can't Like in a case
It's something so serious.
It is extremely serious. It's been swept under the rug and stuff for so long.
Was it consensual or like?
Oh, take the crystal lake context out of this. Just like rape allegations in general. It's for so long. Like women's voices have been suppressed in this matter. Dudes have gotten away with it. Like you can't deny that that's happened. Like there's like
no, definitely not.
Like the men's club and I think the current culture of like believe the victim is a positive thing.
Yeah,
and yes,
no, but like I've seen stuff like
we had without getting into too many details. We had a person that we went to school with, a friend who was falsely accused of sexual assault, and so that happened. He was accused. There was the court trial, and he was innocent. And for the few months, I'm sure it was fucking awful for him. But he was proven innocent. So I think if you are truly innocent, like you'll be proven innocent, and then
it's such a hard one to like.
But I think in an issue as serious as this, it's better to have like false positive in like over try, and then make sure you get everyone, and then like if a few people are tried and they're proven not guilty, that's better than not trying enough people and not believing victims and stuff, and then
not her lying. So sorry, not what I meant. Like her lying about that happening. More about lying about her age. Say she said to him.
Well, I think that age is such an easy thing to prove because, like, the article says, like they have DMs talking, like arranged a meetup and stuff, and you can just say, "Here's my birth certificate. I was born. This happened on this date. I was 17."
But in like reality, I'm not trying to defend him here because that's just disgusting anyway. But in what reality, you can't ask someone for their like birth certificate or like their license. Like
in a court case, that's the reality.
But I'm saying like when you're,
But it's also up to people's due diligence to do it like themselves.
Yes,
because
if you are
there is
famous
online there is
Chris D'Elia, and you are gonna go to have sex with a fan, and they look young, it's on you to check. And also, you're a celebrity, like. There's a power dynamic there that you can't deny is there. Like you...
No, yeah, 100%.
It's the same with the Carson thing we talked about a few episodes ago. Like that was 17 to 19, but still there's the power dynamic. It's like the fan and the influencer. Especially in celebrity cases like this, it is clean cut. Like you are in the wrong. It is so easy to prove in today's age because of like DMs and things like that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm not. By the way,
it's so easy to
I wasn't trying to defend.
It's so easy to prove that the LMP just chooses to ignore.
Oh my god!
It's also
a government shit.
Bad. Yeah.
It's also a kind of topic where, like, it's the false positive. Like, even if let's say in the cases where somebody is lying about allegations, it's still relatively. There's a silver lining that there is this community, like this backlash that is against it, because if allegations like this came to light and people were just like, well, let's see what the verdict is, it would like encourage people to go, well, as long as I'm terrible people gaming a system.
It's the same as cancel culture. There's a middle ground. Like you don't want to. Yeah. There's an accusation, and then with doing no background check, ruin someone's life. Like obviously that is not the right thing to do in any sense. But like, you still like have to believe the victim. You can't just be dismissive of what they're saying because like even if it seems unrealistic, if there is the slightest chance that they are telling the truth, they've been through an awfully traumatic thing. And the person who did it should be brought to justice. And so I think it's very important to believe believe the victim movement.
Yeah, it's very it's a very weird. It's a very like new topic just simply because
only recently we've started being like, wait a minute.
Yeah, like the political landscape has changed. Yeah. Like, remember how in early
landscape, our good friend J.K. Rowling.
Oh no, what's she done now?
Well, it's the same thing. She's still like dying on the trans hill. But there was that video game announced, Hogwarts Legacy, and which was announced like around the time that really like J.K.'s been like a piece of shit about the trans stuff for ages. But it was like about the time that it reached its head, this video game was also formally announced. And then there was a lot of like internet backlash, people saying that they're going to boycott the game. The studio working on it, it's a subdivision of Ubisoft. I can't remember which one specifically, but like the employees were dissatisfied that they were being like working on a thing that was tied to J.K. Rowling and the fact that she still has creative input on it, and all of that. They announced today or yesterday that Hogwarts Legacy will allow people to create trans characters, which I think is the perfect fuck you to J.K. Rowling. And so, like, what that means is, like, there's not, like, a checkbox, I am trans, but they're doing the thing that a lot of video games are doing, which I think is a good thing in taking strides towards, like, acceptance and stuff is, like, you can choose I'm a witch or a wizard, and then choose which dorm you'll go in, and then you can choose whatever body type you want for your character, and whatever hair and clothing options on the masculine or the feminine character model. Which I think is great. JK won't like that, and I'm all for pissing off JK Rowling.
Yeah, Victor. Bad people are bad, guys. I don't know if you know this, but I think we should reiterate it.
Wombat.
That is very brave of you, Kirby.
Yeah, bad people bad. And fuck Scott Morrison and Rupert Murdoch.
Fuck Rupert Murdoch.
You know what? Just fuck Cronulla in general. You know what? I dislike that place. I had the realization today that Cronulla is just a wannabe Manly.
That's so incorrect. It's not funny.
I think it's correct.
It's not.
I think it's very correct.
What are your basis? You've just said a thing. What are your supporting arguments?
Yeah.
All right. So, like, people in Cronulla think that they are living in Manly, but they're not. They're living in Cronulla.
Have you ever been to Manly?
Yes, I have.
Did you get the ferry?
No, I didn't get the ferry.
Well, you haven't been to Manly, have you?
Shut up.
You didn't have the true experience. Why do you hate Rob Thomas and Manly and Brandon from the Radicals?
I dislike any place where rich people live.
You do realize Manly's not that rich of an area, yeah? Like, has that...
It's the status. It's the status.
It's not even that much of a status. Manly's not the status. It's...
We're now arguing about the socioeconomic...
Well, see, I just wanted to kind of get off the morbid topic that we were kind of on. And ScoMo came up and
the morbid topic, let's hear a word from Dugan.
Thanks, Dugan.
Thanks, Dugan. Yeah. It's great. We kind of bagged the Liberals, and he wasn't here to defend them, so it's good. So it was good timing, actually.
No, he doesn't defend them as, you know.
No.
He defends their socio-economic policies.
No, he defends their economic policies.
Yeah.
That's socio-economic. It's the same
they're
shit,
different.
They're different.
They're very different.
No, I don't care.
One's like the budget, one's like spending money on homeless people.
Yeah.
Like
exactly. He likes their socio-economic. Exactly. He likes their socio-economic policy.
So we've kind of alluded to it throughout the episode, but there's a big gig happening this week.
Oh yeah.
In Manly.
No. Kaden, you want to talk about it? You want to talk about what's happening?
I'd love to talk about it. It's a gig that we've been trying to get rid of for about a year now.
It's been a year. It's been a whole year.
It's been a whole year. That's the comeuppance. That's why it's this. That's why it's so fucking glorious.
That's
the comeuppance.
Yo.
The comeuppance.
Yeah, no, it's been a fucking
comeuppance.
Full year. It's been a full fucking year since we booked this show to go down to Sydney, and it has been the biggest fuck around ever because we've really wanted to make it work. And it was a good lineup. We had some friends, and we had it ready. And it was just shit after shit, and trying to postpone it, blah blah blah. And like in hindsight, we probably should have cancelled it, waited it, and like rebooked it. But fuck it, COVID's a bitch. You never know. Now you learn. But it's gonna be fucking amazing. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
So where is it? When is it? And how can people come?
If you're listening to this in time and you really want to come and you live in Sydney, go to the Factory Theatre on Saturday.
You have to buy tickets first.
6th of March. 6th of March.
Saturday the 6th of March.
Buy a ticket.
Tickets are online.
There'll be links in the description of this. There'll be if you're in the live chat, go to the links, and there'll be links to the links.
Mood, the vibe in the chat that we have, that like with all the band, well, with most of the bands in it, is just kind of like this. disheveled like feeling of
Let's just get this
fucking
over
we just have to fucking get this done now. Like it and it's that thing of where it's that real taste of the industry, I guess. It just like, if that makes sense, of just like having something have to be done, and it's like, ugh.
In this case, I reckon like it's a two-part thing, because we're all very fucking excited and actually super keen, because it is a really big opportunity and there'll be heaps of people there and it'll be a lot of fun. It's just unfortunately, because this gig has been such a fuck around, it's kind of killed like part of
a lot of momentum.
It's killed the momentum for it, for sure.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean that it's not going to be a fucking epic show.
Yeah. It's going to be fucking huge.
It's the last time we saw Caden in the flesh was in...
Oh, last time you saw Caden.
Well, yeah, well, it was the Brass Monkey gig, which was late 2019.
That's right.
That was early. That was November the 1st.
Yeah,
it was
2019.
Didn't you come to New Year's, Caden?
No, that was...
No, he came to New Year's.
I came to New Year's.
Was that New Year's 2019 into 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And time flies.
No,
I guess, yes, it was.
Remember, I came down for the day.
Minute delivery.
Yeah.
Even still, it's been over a year since we've seen
I don't
that
even
boy.
know. I don't even know what that is.
I really miss. Like, I actually am very sad because I miss the boys.
And not
We
only
miss you
that,
too.
now thanks to this
Very sad.
podcast and like the band's kind of taking off more, we have like actual context for who like Zane and Logan and like John and Tom and all that are.
Yeah.
So now like actually meeting you guys, like those guys, is gonna be like, oh my god.
Yeah, like we met them once, and then we had no idea who they were.
Yeah.
And then we're still like just like drunk friends, and then we just never saw them again.
Now we can be like, I'm with the band, and they'll still be like, you still can't come backstage. Be like, I'm with the band.
We can come backstage if
it's gonna be huge. We should get some. There are people that we should get to come. There are more people that I don't see on a specific list, and I'm like, oh, that's
who's not coming.
Name and shame.
I'm not going to say.
Just name.
I'm not going to name.
Read their addresses.
I'm not going to name them. All right. Well, I've got here 32.
Oh no.
No.
I'm excited. The thing is, right? I'm like dummy excited to actually come down and like play for you guys, because the fact that the Brass Monkeys is the last gig that you've seen us play says something. Because
I was going to say, there's been like a year and 4 or 5 months since we've seen you guys play.
It's been a long time. We've got some like.
I hear you guys have improved.
Just a little bit. Like,
yeah,
I think about it.
I can say firsthand.
Since you've last seen us, we've got 2 new songs. Yeah, we got 2 new songs that you haven't heard.
Well, you've dropped 4 or 5 songs.
No, there's heaps more new songs. There's
heaps more. Even on Spotify, you guys have dropped like 4 or 5 songs since then. So now we have like more context for the rest of your set as well. Because like last time it was like songs that you guys did that were really cool that we didn't really know, and then Placebo. Now it's gonna be like, oh my god, I know Scars.
Well, wasn't Scars relatively new at that gig?
At that gig, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Did we hear Scars?
You did.
Yeah, we did.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
I know that's ridiculous. I remember Hurricane from that gig was like the new song that I heard that was like, this is fucking sick. If you're in the live chat now or watching the YouTube version or listening to this on audio services, like, what are these songs that these guys are talking about? Make sure you go and check out Verum on Spotify. VERUM. If you're in the Twitch chat, I posted a link to their Spotify.
Yeah.
Go listen to their songs. They're fucking bangers. Real
Dan's
good.
a king. Thank you. No, we fucking back then they were relatively new songs, and because the plan, this is the thing, the plan for us without all the COVID shit was at the end of Sydney we went and recorded a bunch of songs in the early 2019. We came to Sydney end of 2019.
Yeah.
So early 2020 we recorded a bunch of tracks and had like maybe 4. Oh, no. We had 4 tracks. We had 4 tracks ready, recorded, and we were going to release an EP. We were going to release an EP, and it was going to be fucking awesome, and we were going to go do a cool little tour, and we had all this shit sorted, but then shit kind of hit the fan, and we had all these the plan was we had a bunch of gigs lined up so we could pay off the production for the EP. So it was kind of going to be a thing that kind of we paid off over time, and it was going to funnel through itself to be able to pay off and put out there. The unfortunate thing was because all the gigs stopped, we had all the recordings for the EP done, but we didn't actually have the fucking money to fund it and like to actually finish it. So we had like 4 tracks ready to go for an EP, and we couldn't do anything with it. So we kind of like, all right, well, there's no gigs, there's nothing happening. Let's just play some music, go have some fun for a while, and just kind of chill. And then I kind of workshopped for a while about adding a couple more songs on. I'd been writing some more shit. I was like, well, considering there's nothing out there and we haven't actually set anything in stone, why don't we just make it bigger? So we went from like a 4-track EP to now like a 6-track EP.
Nice.
You could just call that an album, you know?
I guess.
I feel like 6 tracks is a stretch for an album. I think you can get away with 8 for an album.
Yeah, 8
well, I mean,
an album.
The definition of those have kind of degraded since vinyl isn't a thing anymore. Anyway.
Why do you got to ruin stuff?
If you guys printed vinyls for your EP, I would buy one.
It would be really cool to do so.
I don't even have a record player, but I'd put it there.
I put it on my wall.
I've got a record player.
Oh, wow.
Why are you so antagonistic
I've been
tonight?
Real mean to you today.
I said. All I said was Caden has improved. I know firsthand, and then you were like, oh, "We get it. You saw him.
We get it." You saw
I'm angry. I'm angry because in my mustached man. I haven't kissed him. I haven't said.
But it's funny
in the forehead.
It's funny because at the end of 2019, I want to say middle of 2020. Middle of 2020, we then went in and recorded the remaining 2 songs for the EP, and then sent it off to get it mixed and mastered at the kind of midway through 2020. Because the plan was, let's release it at the end of 2020. Look where we are now.
Because that was at the point where like we weren't getting cases and stuff, and then Melbourne,
baby.
And then Melbourne
that's when we were going to come down to
in.
Sydney. We were going to put out a single and like, hey, look, we've got this sick EP that we've got ready to go, and we're playing in Sydney. And now here's this EP.
For context, this gig that's happening this Saturday was originally scheduled for the Saturday after the first day of lockdown. Like it was like literally the Saturday of the week of the first week of lockdown.
Wasn't it?
We pushed it to the Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. And it was meant to happen the Saturday.
Well, and then so originally when it was a carrying bar, that's when it was. And then it was moved into December, where
it was moved first before that. It was moved to
September.
September. And then September was coming up.
No-go. And then it got shifted to December. In December it was looking okay again. And then in like the week, 2 weeks before we went like back into lockdown again.
That's because Melbourne, and then we got Manly stuff happened. The North Shore stuff happened.
Like a lot can change in 48 hours, but hopefully not so much that we go back into lockdown.
Yeah, not like
see
this.
The boys again.
Not like this. This ain't.
Bro, imagine like tomorrow we just get 30
just hold
new
off
cases.
on getting tested and just like don't go out. But like, can I see my boy?
Just give us this weekend. Just give us this weekend.
You can get it on Sunday. Just get it on Sunday, and then everything will be.
You don't have to, but if you happen to, Sunday's the day to do it.
If you get tested like Friday Arvo, it won't come back until like Monday. So like, that's terrible. Go get tested if you are feeling unwell. But I just want to see my boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking huge. Absolutely huge.
Speaking of huge, we're gonna wrap up. So what I'm gonna say. For next week's episode, we will be discussing the finale of WandaVision.
We haven't had a talk about this.
Yes.
All right, well, the talk is happening now. We are talking about the end of WandaVision.
We haven't
the
discussed this.
The last episode comes out like tomorrow, does it not?
Caden, I'm bidding.
No, Caden's on my side. Fuck you, Kobe. Fuck you, Kobe.
I don't remember talking about this in the
Hey, Kobe, why are you being
office.
negative? Where can the kids find you?
They can find me on Instagram. I'm never negative. They can find me on Instagram at _55 Kobe55_ and at South_bound_band, and on Twitter at Kobe_55.
Joseph, where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at via.garibaldi, GARIBALDI. They can also find me on JojoF1999, but mostly follow my pizza man.
Caden, where can people find you?
Check me out on Instagram. You can check me out on my personal, Caden Perk. Or you can check me out in my band where all the shit happens that I actually do, which is at verum.band.
And you can find me at DanielF737 on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow the Slalt Cast at Slalt Cast on all of the socials. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you want us. Make sure to follow twitch.tv/SlaltCast to catch these episodes live every Wednesday. We always start with a pre-show where we play some games, have some banter, and kind of get into the rhythm of it. Then we do the podcast. And then we do a post-show. This week's post-show, we're going to be watching episode 2 of Logos Vlogos, so make sure you stick around for that.
Yeah.
And then also make sure you, for the video version of the podcast, if you're listening on Spotify right now, like they watched fucking like 8 videos in this episode. Make sure you go to YouTube and search up Slalt Cast. We don't have a vanity URL yet, so your subscriptions will be appreciated, so we can get that. And yes, as I said, next week we are going to be discussing spoilers for WandaVision. It's going to be at the end of the episode, so if you're like 8 episodes behind and you're like, I'm not going to make it, you can stop listening for like the last 15 minutes.
Or if you haven't seen it and planning to watch it, but you just keep forgetting.
Yes. So, and also, I'll post a link on an Instagram story to write your questions or like discussion points in if you have interesting things to say about the episode. So that'll be cool. And to end the episode, we're going to get a final goodbye from Dugan.
Goodbye!
Thanks for listening. Please remember to leave a positive rating wherever you're listening from, and to follow our socials at SlaltCast on Twitter and Instagram.